Introduction to Information Management is a sampling of the entire program. I'm so glad I took it early. I didn't know what HCI or Information Architecture was before this class. Human-computer interaction has been in the course catalog since at least the mid-1990s. I saw it back then when I was a student, and the internet was so new, everybody still had dial-up. There was no Amazon or Netflix. It sounded really like a very odd class. Now I know that it's commonly used in website design and in just about every app on your phone, every software program. So I think it's a really neat thing, and the user design track is just a really interesting thing that I didn't know anything about before.
So my focus was on user experience. So I'm a web designer, so I was looking at it from a web design perspective. So what was new I learned was when we did the video on health informatics, it just opened up possibilities that every single aspect has user experience. So when you talk about health informatics, hospital information systems, there's little applications. So everything looks for user experience, and also another thing is everything got tied to information architecture. So it just opened up, and then it got me curious to go work in a hospital to see how the user experience design would be for health informatics.
So I'm focusing on the user experience track, and what we've focused on in class is human-computer interaction, user experience, and information architecture. And I think what I've really learned is how interconnected and overlapping all of those subject areas are.
User experience is not just one thing. So you need to know a bit of data analytics, you need to know about health informatics, so you need to be informed of every single aspect. And the one more other interesting thing was when we did a course, when we did a reading on information architecture, so then it broadened up my scope. User experience, it's just the end. It's not the beginning. So you have so many overlapping things that you need to learn. So that was amazing to me. So it opened up. So I'm more interested. I want to learn a little bit about data analytics, and I want to learn about health informatics. So it will broaden up me as a user experience. It will make me a well-rounded user experience designer. So which is what I'm looking. So which is what opened up possibilities. This particular course opened up the possibilities for me. Plus Dr. Bowman, he's very practical.
When we talk about node link diagrams in data analytics and data visualization, we also have similar conversations in the database class about entity relationships. We explored inheritance in the database concepts class and in programming related to object-oriented programming. My final project in my data analytics class will be pulling out information from LinkedIn and putting it into a database, which I will design using my skills I learned concurrently in the database class that I'm taking at the same time. I really love the way that the skills you learn in one class, you're immediately putting to use in another class. I did not realize how valuable my Introduction to Programming course would be. Python is a relatively easy language to learn, and it can be used in data engineering, data science, website design, and databases. All students should take a programming class, either Python or a scripting language. It teaches you the ability to problem solve and the programming vocabulary and an understanding of what programmers do, and that will enhance your working relationship with programmers. It's not just about learning the skill, but learning a language and empowering yourself to be a translator.
One thing that I learned that surprised me was in an article that we read on ethics and big data. It was published in 2017, and they said that in the last 2 years, so from 2015 to 2017, 90% of the world's data was produced during that time period, which is just a phenomenal statistic to think about. Obviously, data science and data analysis is really the way of the future.
Before I started this program, I wish I would have taken a statistics class. It's not required, but in data analytics, it would be extremely helpful. My courses have taught me some statistical interpretations, but I would like to dive deeper. I do intend to learn more about statistics as a side summer project.
When I started, I thought online was going to be a breeze. So I wish I didn't underestimate how much work and how much discipline that you needed to do the online course. So if I had to come into class, then that would force me to do certain things, but so it taught me to be more disciplined and more organized.
Well, a Master's of Science and Information Management degree has a wide variety of uses. It's basically about organizing information and creating information from data. It allows you to harness technology without being a computer engineer. You can create systems to help people find information or analyze and present data in meaningful ways. You can be the link between a customer finding information on a website, or a physician finding a cure in a mountain of data, or even the translator between a design team and an engineering team on a software development project.
I think one of my favorite aspects about the course is that Dr. Bowman has assigned TED Talks to us besides our readings when it's relevant. And that's how I got to see the Don Norman TED Talk about 3 ways that design makes us happy. And in that TED Talk, he says something about, I think the quote is, pleasant things work out better. And I think that applies to more than just design. So I think in this class, we're learning things beyond data science.
So if you are considering a Master of Science in Information Management, you definitely need to take this course. This should be your first course, no matter what track. If you're in the software tools, or if you're in web-based information services, data analytics, health and science data management, or user experience, this will give you a broader perspective of what each and every specialization is going to be.